Welcome back. Thank you for joining us here at DreadLore's The Red Writ. Special thanks to our cast, Bill, Andrea, Daniel, Drizzle, and Ken. Thanks for the score, all in lowercase letters, Misterinterrupt. Thank you to our Patreon members, Tim Roberts, Daniel Holtker, and Nostalgic. Thank you, Couchfire Media, for the art and media production. And thank you, Trois Reblay Productions, for all of the stuff that you have done to create this DreadLore's The Red Writ. Welcome back as we start part 2 of episode 18.
Part 2. Deux means deux in French. You know how you say two in Canadian?
Two in Canadian?
Uh-huh.
Two? Two, eh?
No. Yeah. Toonie, eh? It's a money. The loony and the toonie. Their money's so crazy. Oh. Come on, Canada.
Canada, oh Canada.
I see that we've
Everybody's
now
cool.
broken out
better
the
than ours.
Arbiter is now drinking bourbon mixed with ginger.
Hey now. Mixed with lemon. Yeah,
a little lemon. The lemon does make it nice.
Yeah, the lemon's good. The lady brought over actually all the stuff, and I was like, we can make drinks. We did.
Nice.
And now I'm continuing the party. The party continues. So, before we jump into this scene, or this encounter, if we will, we have a couple decisions. You guys have 5 minutes before midnight, which, you know, maybe something will happen. From what you've been led to believe, that something's going to happen. Why don't you guys have a little bit of player talk for just a couple minutes to kind of figure out, player-wise, story-wise, where you all want to go and how you're going to get there. Go either forth.
Simon.
Yeah, so I guess my straight question would be, where do you guys think Leah should come down and join the rest of the crew, or do you think she could go off and try and find something up in the club?
Well, because when we had talked last, Simon had told you to try and throw the power off or pull a fire alarm to disrupt the goings on. And I was like, and have Tony help you, but then Tony ran away.
Yeah, I thought Leah was supposed to make a good amount of ruckus and stop the concert from happening, because I'm pretty sure Noid thought that this was all going to Levi was going to brainwash everybody into becoming a drone of Lady Callie.
The unwilling, or the willing, I don't know.
Willing or unwilling that they would participate in her insanity.
But you do know that after that, we were supposed to head towards Bell Island. So,
well, I feel like, one thing at a time. I think.
Well, no, I'm just saying that, like, for once you get it stopped, like, we have a meetup point, basically.
Sure.
So it's.
And was that tonight? I mean, the Blue Hand group dude, didn't say that was tonight. He said that, if we survive this, maybe we can have a little rest and relaxation. Maybe go on a tour about Detroit.
I don't think that's how it works.
See all the sites, connect into the Detroit.
They said that
Lions.
the town is supposed to be messed up from midnight to 6 a.m.
Sure, I mean, catch a football game with the Detroit Lions. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
No, I lost money on them this past weekend. So that's
Not gonna lie, before you said that, I would have not even hazarded a guess as to what the Detroit team was.
They're doing well. They did not do well in 1982. So you losing money on the Detroit Lions is it sounds about right.
But
I
I
wouldn't
think
place any money, like betting on that team this year, 1982. Bad idea.
Remember Tony?
What's
I
up,
think when
Tony?
we come out of here, wherever we are, it's going to be for the four of us figuring out where we are as opposed to where Bell Island and stuff is.
Sure. I think
Where we are?
I think we need
You
to
wondering
figure
where
out
we
what's
are? I'll tell you where we are. We're at a place where a couple people went down, and they didn't get last rites. Quite frankly, I'm at this point. I don't think they deserve them.
They did stab you. It looks like we should probably maybe give you a little bit of first aid, Tony. You do look a little bleedy.
I think I need second and third aid at that.
Yeah.
We've got to get a place where we can stop first.
Sure. If things get really bad, Tony, I'm not sure. But I might have a book for you to read, but just wait for that. We'll just wait for that moment. But that's only if things get bad. Otherwise just forget. Just forget that I said anything. But maybe find me. If like everything looks like end of the world is going on any days, I might have a couple of passages for you to read in the book.
Oh, guess what? I found you. It's the end of the world. Look around.
Leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah, I think hopefully if we are having any luck, Mariah's doing what Mariah does, or Leah is doing what Leah does, which is mayhem, and she's broken up the party, and we can all just go home and maybe go to sleep for the first time in a couple of days.
Unless we have people waiting for us.
I think Leah said something that they're waiting for us, like we were anticipated. But I don't know. Maybe not. Lady Callie said that she and that we were on the invite list for this thing. So I don't know what that means. She's expecting us.
Are we still gonna meet Lady Kelly?
I hope not. I mean, it didn't work out for me last time I met her. And I'm not gonna, like, she looks old and she looks fragile, but for real, I'm afraid of this woman.
No, we know she can't take a hit.
I don't know. What the Blue Hand group said is disturbing as well. They seem to think that we don't really have a shot.
Well, we're doing better than they expect. They also didn't expect us to take out two of their own.
Sure. I do feel a little bad for sicking those guys on the party goers, but I don't know. Black sex magic.
That scythe
like
was
it could be a bad thing. I don't know.
Well, in all fairness, that scythe I think was the only thing keeping them from going into the hideaway. So if Leah doesn't stop what's going on, they may end up causing a panic in there as well.
You have another scythe?
No.
I bet that's the last.
Another one of those things I ran.
I doubt we'll see them again tonight. But I don't know. I don't know anything. All I know is we need to get upstairs, and I think we should cover our ears and yell and disrupt the performance.
We can't get back upstairs. We have this rubble. We'd have to go through the sex bloodbath.
Maybe this tunnel will lead us that way, though.
No, this tunnel's leading us to Bell Island, to the river.
I'm not 100% sure of that.
Well, it's heading that way. We're not under the hideaway anymore.
Well, hopefully Leah's successful then, and Godspeed to her.
Yeah, hopefully she'll get it stopped.
No pressure.
Well, Tony, you said that she stopped it, right?
She stopped it.
Yeah, you said that she killed them and that she went to go do something else and you came down here.
Yeah, she killed them. I assume she's probably going to go kill more. And then I went down here. Mainly so Mariah wouldn't be stuck with her mother.
Hey.
So she did stop the music and stuff up there?
She stopped me from dying.
Mariah looks around. No, the music was still going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was probably one of them disco tunes that it's all the rage these days.
It wasn't disco.
Well, then what was it?
I think it was reggae.
I think
reggae.
Yeah. Jazz. What's that?
I wonder if Bob Marley's down there. At this rate, who knows?
So you left her up there to stop it all by herself?
I didn't need her up there to stop
why'd
it.
you do that, Tony?
Do you think we should turn around?
I don't think we can get through. We'd have to go through that group of people again.
Wait, you're saying my mom's alone?
We would have to come out and go up topside.
Are there any
To
offshoots
get back there.
of the hallway? Is there a way up?
I don't know. We'll have to look. We'll have to look as we head along.
You are in a sewer, so every so often there's a manhole.
Let's exit stage manhole.
I agree, although we should be careful. We should probably peek up and make sure we're not on a road.
I mean, I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but I think I know enough that we should probably get like some shots, like tetanus shots, and maybe a bunch of other shots to like make sure that we don't get sick from all of the viruses and diseases down here in the sewer. This is pretty gross.
That's a really good idea. And I probably need to go to the hospital to make sure my stab wounds don't go septic, because I'm in a septic tank, more or less.
He got stabbed a lot by a really creepy looking chef guy.
Yeah, and it's rather difficult to walk.
Well, can you climb a ladder to get out of one of these manholes?
Not really, but I will.
Well, let's
Tony,
get you up there, and I'll check your wounds when we get topside.
Tony, describe what would Simon and Nord see when they looked at your body.
Oh, and while he's doing that, would you turn on your mic? Will.
My microphone is on.
They would see.
Tap on.
They would see a uniform that with a lot of blood.
Wait, you can hear me?
We're getting the mic from your laptop, not that microphone.
Oh. Sorry. Continue.
The rest of the party would see a lot. Would see maybe not work uniform, but his clothes that are clearly filled with blood. They're just kind of soaked at this point.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
Better.
Good.
That's
Did it just happen out of nowhere?
no, it's been like that, but we didn't realize it until just. Well, it's you sounded different, but I didn't realize
That's hilarious.
that's what it was.
I wasn't paying attention until just.
So
I
could you hear
think
go on, sorry, go on.
I think it was your typing, because we normally can't hear you typing, but we could hear you
yeah.
typing.
Absolutely, tell me. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
stop.
that's but you didn't really start typing until we came back from the break.
Yeah, I didn't hear any typing until.
Yeah.
It would also be nice if we could hear people clicking like and subscribe.
And share. Tell your family about the wonderful production value of
Well, we had like a thing where we weren't gonna drop the like, subscribe, share thing. We were gonna do something else that was
Yeah,
that
we
was
were going
better.
to talk about how we're trying to raise funds or something through our Patreon.
Do it anyways.
It's
No, it was something else that was actually useful to people listening, and I can't remember. We were drunk and we had great ideas.
Yeah, I mean, that's the magic of drugs and alcohol. I mean, not to say, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do drugs around here, but certainly alcohol.
This is a very special episode, right? We have a lesson to learn here.
Yeah. This is the metagaming episode.
Did you get it from that kid on the schoolyard? I know you did. You can tell us the truth. The first one was free, wasn't it?
All right.
No,
Very
the
good.
first two were free, then you're addicted. See, that's the trick.
Oh, very good on all of you. Very good campfire scene to evoke my buddy Jeff McNeil's nomenclature. It's part of one of his games, campfire scenes. Game called Levied Souls, which will hopefully come out at some point. Anyway, this was during the montage in DreadLore. So we're going to say, because that was so good and you guys seamlessly went from an out-of-game thing into in-game, in characters. Boom, new scene.
Nice.
We get our traits
I
back.
was so, what we call
I was.
trait fucked.
Yeah.
I was
That's-
straight fucked.
That's a very DreadLore term.
Absolutely straight fucked.
I was trait fucked and shit. All right. So yeah, new scene, which is good.
Yeah.
If you have a wound or a sanity damage, you can recover one of those. So that applies to probably Tony, maybe Leah.
Yeah, Leah. Yeah.
And do we get one breath and one cunning back?
No,
Oh,
no, you get
that's
no
Vince.
cunning, no
Okay.
breath. That's only for goals.
Okay.
But
Did
if we
anyone-
had advancements,
Yes.
we can.
Yep.
them
Because we
down.
just did a montage. You can do advancements.
I got a minor goal because my minor goal was to get out of the hideaway.
Nice. So that means you get a cunning and a breath back and a pip and 1 XP. And Holker, could you mark that down? And what party goals are we at?
We are currently at 23 party goals.
Woo! Did anyone else get a goal?
No.
Yeah, I kind of screwed myself over on the minor goals like 3 sessions ago, because I wanted my minor goal I set as kill Loretta, because it seemed kind of imminent that I was going to be able to kill her, and that is not how it has gone. So
So you can change that.
I was
I'd say
expecting
that's
to
still
meet
pretty
Levi
cool.
at some point. Maybe still will.
No one else has gotten a goal? All right. Take a little bit of time. Think about your minor goals. Remember, that's 1 or 2 sessions. Major goal is 3 to 5 sessions. Leah, in the event that you're dead set on killing Loretta, I would mark that up at a major goal.
Okay.
Because you've definitely spent the time to do it. I'm not saying it is possible to do. It's actually very possible to do, but it just depends on your decisions.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I did.
And I'm gonna drop a load too, but I haven't come up with what trait.
I love it.
Um,
What are your guys' minor goals right now?
To me,
So I just changed mine
I-
to stop the music.
Okay. That's definitely possible. Nord?
I have a minor goal, but I'm
And
not sure I
mine?
want to reveal it because
oh yeah,
sorry.
meet Levi. Stop.
Okay,
talking,
meet Levi.
Levi.
You can achieve that. You can achieve that.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Tony? Is it to gain 10 subscribers? I know. That should be a major goal.
No, I have another one. I don't want to reveal it because it might. I don't want
Don't
to
reveal it. Don't reveal it.
Okay, I'll send you a message.
Yeah, send it to me. Speaking of, we got a new subscriber on YouTube, which is pretty sweet. So that is accolades to Mr. DJ NoFly in his shorts. We went up one. Hey, Simon, minor goals?
I don't know because I just did mine, so I'm
Okay.
trying to think of something.
What about major goals? Simon.
Mine
now.
was stop the ritual.
Okay. Leah,
Mine is to kill Loretta.
major goal, cool. Nord.
Defeat Lady Callie. It doesn't have to be like kill. It just if there's a thing that Lady Callie's doing, and if I stop her from doing it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's pretty immediate, but the thing is you're spending sessions doing it, so that makes sense. Yeah,
it's
that's
been
a good
probably
one.
it's been that for about 4 or 5 sessions.
Yeah,
Ever since
yeah,
she
that's worth
gave
it.
me derangement.
That's worth it. Because you have a vendetta for her.
I do.
Tony, can you say that one?
So my major goal was to convince a skeptic that the supernatural is real. However, I would like to come up with a new one. I just don't have one right now.
Yep.
You could do that in the next while we rejoin the montage. You could try and convince Simon. He's
Yeah,
right on the edge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, major goal actually is potentially possible at this point with Simon, but who knows? Who knows? All right, very good. Excuse me. Let's get into it. Holker, I know you have about an hour left. So, and remember, just before we actually get into it, After Hours is no longer after the game. After Hours is now a separate podcast we're doing on Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Sometimes this is to the viewership. Sometimes you'll have cast members on. Cast members always have a seat on the podcast. It'll almost always be Ken and myself, and we're looking for guests to jump on if you're into gaming or genres and film and storytelling. We are absolutely looking for you. So contact us on Instagram or wherever, and we would love to have you on.
We're definitely trying to get other gamers to join as well. So if you're a gamer and you want to talk some whatever game that you're into, please join. And
or if you're new to gaming and you're just like, hey, this is something I'm interested in.
Now, clarification: is this including like video games as well, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the After Hours on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, it is a geeky gamer podcast. Of course, we're going to talk about our game and DreadLore and all that stuff because DreadLore is the greatest game in the world. But it is a separate podcast. Okay. ... Any other maintenance? And then we're going to get into it. Great. Awesome. I should always use negative questions instead of positive questions. So, does anyone not have anything else to say?
I think Tony always has a little bit more to say. I mean, not Tony. Well, I think Tony does always have a little bit more to say.
Is anyone finished? Say, I'm finished if you're finished and ready to do it.
I'm finished and ready to do it.
All right.
Simon, are we going back to the club? Is this what's happening? This is just.
It was your idea.
I mean, I just want to verify. I want to confirm. I'm gonna go back and aid Leah and potentially stop her from shooting everyone, because I didn't know we were leaving. I just think we should make it a point.
I'm not sure I
Yeah,
want
we
to
can't
stop
leave
her
my
from
mom.
shooting everyone.
Well, we were following the tunnels to see where they led. I was
Yeah.
assuming that they were leading to Bell Island.
Well,
I
we can
thought we were
shoot
chasing.
everyone.
We were chasing after that the colonel or the colonial
The
whatever his
Commandant.
name. The
Yeah.
Commandant. Yeah, well, and that was just a wild goose chase. So I don't think we're ready to go to Belle Isle. I think we need to get back to the club and make sure it's not a bloodbath. And I'm worried about that. I've already created one bloodbath tonight. I'm not gonna do two.
Well, it could get worse, because if they make it upstairs,
Well, you gave away our only ability to stop them. As
to
far as I know.
save... Well, no, to save our lives. And also, it did... As I was leaving, he said that he was now my friend. So
True. We did make an ally. Maybe he'll join us.
Yeah.
On
Mariah pipes up. Also, everyone gets a pip. Very good segue into actual gameplay. Mariah pipes up. Hey, I mean, who were those guys? Like, who lives in a sewer?
Sometimes...
They're vampires.
Sometimes life gets rough and people lose their homes and have to live in the sewers. It happens all the time.
I'm
She
pretty
looks up
sure
at you.
I think these people had a different turn of events that led them there.
Nobody wants to drink my blood. I mean, like, seriously, like,
Who-
it's possible that my blood is no good.
Yeah,
Drinking blood.
that one guy who got it probably
Yeah,
is
no, he
seeing
got into
stuff
it.
now.
Well, he's got crabs too now.
If one of you wants to drop a narrative point, he can have all kinds of visions.
Right.
I mean, yeah, no, I'll drop a narrative point. To like, if that guy touched my blood, I'm sure he is high
Bartholomew.
as a kite.
Nostalgic will know this. So in World of Darkness, if you are a vampire and you drink the blood of particular beasts or whatever, someone who's high or whatever, you do get a different take on things. Interesting narrative thing. Nostalgic, if you're listening, I'm gonna throw this to you. The Nord is dropping a narrative point. He's high on opium usually. A creature, vampire,
What a
just
good
drank his blood. You tell us what is the result of that. Nord has visions and all kinds of stuff. You can make this hilarious. You can make it give them something as players. It's up to you.
It is an ad break in this moment.
It's fine. She is a subscriber, so she has no ads.
Nice. One of the magic reasons for
Subscribing on Twitch. So, here's the cost as we go into the dread. If you all go back to the Blue Note, you will arrive 1 minute before midnight, because it'll take you some time to get there. If you go the way you came, you'll have You'll have, I don't want to say 3 minutes because it's not going to make sense. You'll have at least a round or two before midnight. So if you just go up, if you go the safe way, right, up the manhole, you arrive, essentially there's a round, and boom, it's midnight. So that's the cost. Time. If you go back the dangerous way, or the way you don't know, you'll have at least, we'll say, 2 rounds, which is quite a bit of actions. So it's up to you. Easy way, you lose time. Hard way, you just have to be a little bit clever, a little bit more clever about it, how you can do it.
Yeah.
So it's on you. What do you do? And then we're gonna go to Leah.
What if we bid something to go the harder way, but to go faster?
Yeah, all of that, it just requires your creativity.
All right. Well, I will bid.
Easy way is you just get there. Hard way is you have to be creative and convince me that whatever.
I'm gonna tell Simon. Simon, I think we need to go. Like, this is happening right now. We gotta run.
I don't think we need to take people through that situation.
Well, maybe Tony. What about Tony and Mariah? Why don't you guys, the 3 of you guys, go, and I'm gonna run and stop this. I'm gonna push my way through.
We can't split up again, Mariah says.
I am worried about your mom, Mariah.
He's going to help her.
I've killed enough people tonight already. I don't know how innocent they were, but you know, maybe
they weren't.
And in that moment, I'll bid Ranger and the Cinta Colors to try to get back to.
As you see Nord, you guys see him belly crawl back through the tunnel, talking as he goes, conversationally as his voice trails off. Simon, Tony, what are you doing? Well, Mariah's like, hands out, palm up, supine, like, what's going on?
Simon, I can't go back there. I got stab wounds. I'm not climbing through that again.
And I trust you to take Mariah up through the sewers the safe way. Can you make it with her, or do I need to go with you?
Do you mean can you trust him? What? Do you mean that you can trust me with him? Do you see any stab wounds?
Oh no, I know I can trust you.
I'll get in there.
Right.
As she grabs your hand and starts going towards the ladder. Tony?
Yeah, I'm going. So look, I don't have a choice. We're going to chill out somewhere up there. We'll be around there. Hopefully.
We're going to the Blue Note. That's where we're going. We're just going away from those things.
Yeah. Sure, let's do that.
She kind of like squints her eyes at you and points. She seems very much like Leah in this moment. I don't want no weird stuff.
You don't want no weird stuff. Listen, I don't want no weird stuff as much as you. I'm being honest.
You're not reading shit.
Maybe I like that weird stuff, but there's no books around.
Nord.
There's no books anywhere.
Here's a question. Do you guys want to bid Mariah to ensure something or do something that can aid Tony in whatever he's trying to do is what I'm trying to say.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to bid her to do? This is for all of you to talk. Hey, explosions.
Protect Tony. Make sure Tony gets there.
I'm gonna bid. Yeah, I mean, like to make sure he gets there, but like, yeah, that's a good word to put it.
All right. I need a majority, so Tony and or Simon. Do you agree to bid?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So you have 3 bids for Mariah. You've used 1, which is good. As She starts ascending this ladder and waiting on you, Tony, to get you out up there. Out the manhole.
And
I will
then-
follow. I'll follow her up, and I gotta go a little slow because at this point one hand is on my ribs.
Yep.
So I kind of waddle up there. Eventually I get up there, but it's tough because I got stabbed.
Simon, what about you as you see this happening?
I'm going to bid power through and follow after Nord.
Okay, this scene is very quick. As Nord, you've scuttlebutted through. You hear Simon talking to Tony and Mariah as he's already moving behind you. You can tell he's right behind you. Question is, Nord, do you wait on him, or are you just going to run out in front of him?
I'm just gonna go.
Okay,
I am.
You start hauling.
I've let my senses go. Like I am purely, I probably
Adrenaline.
have some kind of. I take the last little bump of coke that I got and.
Yep. You hit some cocaine. Give me some of that cocaine.
Cocaine. If I had to report, I would probably hit that.
It's a very Popeye the Sailor Man moment.
Yeah, right. It's like he was searching around for his spinach in his pocket, and he shakes it up.
So just to be the dickhead that I am, roll a chaos die. Let's see if you have a heart attack.
All right, good.
Did you see that eye roll?
Uh-oh. I'm gonna spend proficiency.
Oh. Every so often, Sarah, the bar eats you. Listen, this is for the kids that are definitely watching our show. Don't do cocaine.
Yeah, no. If I was out of proficiencies, if we didn't have a new scene, I would be dead.
Don't listen to that kid on the schoolyard.
You'd just be hurting.
Hurt bad.
Nord.
My arm would be in pain.
That's right.
The hangover.
Yeah, it would be the slow roll on this. Nord, I would actually just deal you wounds is what I would do mechanically. You hit the bump, and there's a moment you've probably neared it before, where you realize, I'm getting there.
Yeah. As
you feel like an anime character, you feel great, but mortal. There's that little hiccup where you start your engine and it's like, ha 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 ha. As you take off. With this hit of cocaine, you blast past Corthan and Bartholomew before they even look. Just a flash of Nord. Simon, you pop on the other side. You see Nord tear ass, like Hussein Bolt. Gone, dust. Tony, you get to the top, and Mariah's up there, and she goes, "Can you help me with this?"
Help you with what?
This heavy circle. Manhole.
Yeah.
She looks down.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll try and see what I can do, and I'll attempt to push it back. It hurts.
What do you bid?
I will bid. I'll bid hardened.
As you grit your teeth and heave this manhole up. Leah, roll me high or low. Or I'm sorry, roll me a d12. Tony, tell me high or low.
Nostalgic said on the Bartholomew drug-filled front that he feels like he made a mistake. He bumped the H instead of the C, having a Mina moment.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
But lucky for you, it was indeed a high.
'Twas a high. As you find yourself in a park.
All right, we got to get to the Blue Note Jazz.
As she comes up behind you, as you guys start on that way, you get out of the park. It has like a hill, and imagine any movie where there's a funeral scene. It looks like that. There's like the hill, the trees, the little path, the bench. You get out of the park, and there's like corner store and a few different things. As you're walking towards the Blue Note, you can see it out ahead, about a block away. Mariah grabs your hand and says, "No, we're first going to treat you." And she drags you, since you rolled high, or called high. You see a big mortar and pestle. There's like an RX store.
Yep. We walk in.
All right. Nord, you're tearing ass. With the bump, you bust through. You pass the creatures. You feel your heart. Simon, action's on you.
I'm going that way, but I bid power through, so I'm not going as fast as Nord is, but I'm going.
No one can go as fast as Nord is.
Yeah, but I'm trying to go fast as well. I will come through and be like, "Well, I didn't expect to see you this soon." As I pass by Corinth and
bidding power through, the two creatures look up. Bartholomew is done. Corthan is still looking after Nord as he kind of like sees you. He's confused at how fast that human just ran. Nord, as per Nostalgic's narrative point, there is a moment.
Oh, well, no, it wasn't a narrative. It was no, that's what she's saying Bartholomew feels like after having drinking Nord's blood.
Oh, I see. Indeed.
Yeah.
Which is probably narrative point-ish. I would say that's narrative adjacent. Good or bad.
Yeah. As Simon, you run past Bartholomew, and you see his eyes dilated, and he's just putty. Corthan actually will say, "Your friend needs to calm down."
Oh, he's got a lot of stuff going through his system.
You hear Nord, perhaps screaming. Okay. On to Leah. You've picked yourself up. Action's on you.
Now that I'm out sort of in the hallway, I'll look around and see if there's any kind of fire alarm that I can see nearby.
Nord, roll me a d12, please. Leah, tell me high or low.
I am going to say low.
Nope.
You look around. This place is definitely not up to code.
So, Leah wouldn't have any reason to know where the kitchen is, would she?
Yeah, sure, you can look over and see it.
Okay.
To the right is a storeroom, pretty obvious. The door's open. It looks like there's a couple weird metal tables with covered somethings on them. It almost looks like a morgue. To the left, you see what is unmistakably a kitchen. And on down, some sort of weird room. The door is green.
Leah will first go to the kitchen, since it makes sense that there'd be a fire alarm in the kitchen.
Yeah, you go into the kitchen, look around, it's empty. You see the burner is on. Big range kitchen. Several things are boiling over. The burner's on. You smell kind of like a overcooked smell. Looking around, as per the roll, there's no fire alarm. You do see a fire extinguisher, though. In our typical the Red Writ fashion, The brand of it is Tony.
Do I should? I mean, at the very least, I should see sprinklers though in here. Yeah.
Nope.
No.
You called
really.
high or whatever, and it was
So-
the opposite.
It's a very poorly designed setup.
It's just not up to code. You can bid to decide something. That's how you change the fiction.
I will bid. What is that? I'm gonna bid. Adaptable.
All right, for what?
Leah will grab a broom,
Mhm.
since they probably want to keep the kitchen pretty well swept,
Sure.
and she will actually take the end of the broom to the stove and light the bristles on fire.
You do.
And given that you didn't see any sprinklers in here, she'll start walking out into the hallway with the flaming broom.
All right, you're walking through the hallway with a flaming broom. As you walk down the hallway with this broom, smoke filling the air, you notice. We'll give it one more roll. Okay. Nord, roll me a d12. Leah, call high or low. We'll see if they have any sprinkler system.
Oh.
Say low.
Yeah. Damn, really?
Nope.
Well, that's
As
unfortunate.
you're as Leah, you're sitting there like, damn, really? Really? This ancient fucking building they did not put in. There ain't nothing. As black smoke, you see your bristles burning up. There's a lot of fire. There's like cinders behind you and stuff. Tony, roll a d12. I'm sorry, a d6. Tell me if it's a 1.
No.
It's a 1!
No. Burning down the house.
Where's the
Leah.
hold on, where's can I use the proficiency for this?
Normally it would have been a fate roll. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna use a expression proficiency
Yep.
for that.
Reroll that mishap die, please. Tony? Was it a 1?
I have rerolled the mishap die, and it is a 2.
Leah, there is a moment where you're like, oh man, I wonder if this place would go up in, a big old fireball like the last place that's still burning. You arsonists, you all.
Hey, that one at least was not my fault.
All of you gain a trait right now. It is arsonist. You can call it arsonist, you can call it loves fire, whatever dealing with fire, it's a trait you have. It's not a flaw.
I am the fire starter.
I am the fire starter, whatever it is you have, you gain that trait because you all have played with fire. Okay. Leah, you're doing this. You hear a clang, 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 clang. Nord, you have entered the office. There are dead bodies everywhere. Roll sanity. Simon. Nord blew past everything. You, however, are going through the rooms and seeing what you can see. Here's the question. Decision time. Do you bid something to power through? I know you had that literally as a trait.
Right.
Actually, no, you had that as a trait. You don't have to bid. It's a decision for you. Because you literally bid what you needed to.
Right.
You have the option. Do you see what the creatures did? Or do you walk by? Do you just truck by?
I'm gonna truck by because
All
I
right.
know that literally was kind of our fault. So
Now, caveat, it will incur a sanity roll. However, you will also learn something. So it's up to you. Total baiting maneuver on the
Okay.
arbiter's part. But you have the option. Here's the thing. Regardless, you're going to get through, but it will incur a sanity roll.
I'll look. Like I won't investigate, but I'll look.
You do. You look. You power
Mm.
through. Roll sanity, as you will see something. And here are the stakes. Threshold for Simon. Normally, I'd say this is a 4, but honestly, you've seen a lot. We're going to say it's a 3. Threshold 3. It's pretty high. You've hit a lot of things. You are seeing gore and horror. Here's the thing. If you can convince me there's a reason that Simon would be more tough towards this kind of thing, it will be threshold 2.
Oh, well, he is a detective, was a detective in Detroit. So he has seen this stuff. And the story of Albert Fox, his partner, they were literally
Right. Okay. Sure.
chasing down an occult.
So, threshold is 2. Here's the thing. The stakes are higher then. If you fail it, you're definitely getting a derangement and a flaw. And we're going to have fun with it.
Well,
if you succeed, go on.
Go ahead. I don't remember. I got 3. So I was at limbo and I was talking you into a pass instead of limbo.
Good. So you succeed. Flying colors, awesome. No flaws, no derangements. I did it for Leah. So I'll do it for you. You can heal a derangement as you see this. However, it has to change the way that Simon thinks about something. Because that's what it did for Leah. She literally changed how she thought. That's the healing process. So it's up to Simon. This kind of changes your character a little bit. You see this horror. Your idea for why it's not so bad for him is his partner, which is your entire thing. Something has to change about that. It's up to you what it is. It could get worse, it could get better. When I say worse, I mean it needs to be like tougher, more directed, more in your control is what it needs to be.
Okay, so having seen this, I'm assuming, are they still in there feasting?
Dude.
Or are they done?
You are seeing a butcher shop of people. You're seeing people that have been turned into kind of spawns who are helping. The walls are covered. Shit's hanging. Yes, all of those pictures. You're seeing things that are defiled in a weird way, a beauty to it. In a weird way, a welcoming of it. Almost like they were here as sacrifices for it. Maybe. People doing awful things to each other. And all array of enjoyment and disgust and everything. Fucking Sodom and Gomorrah is happening in that room. There's a beckoning to come in. Like, it's a thing.
This stuff is true. Maybe that means that I can save Albert. Maybe he's out there somewhere, and I just need to pull him back.
the smell of sulfur, brimstone, as you, maybe you're imagining this, maybe not, plays in your mind. Tony, roll a d4 plus 1.
That is a 4.
Total? Just like in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game, you eat a pizza. The good folks at the Detroit RX give you over-the-counter stimulants, bandage you up. It's really not too bad. They do a couple stitches, and you're feeling pretty good as you find yourself at the front of the Blue Note with Mariah. Chester, the doorman, is there, built like a refrigerator. This enormous guy in a suit, African American, bald. He looks like the dude from Mission Impossible. I can't remember his name. That actor. He's been in like everything. He looks down at you. Are you okay?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Do you bid anything?
I'm going to bid. I'm actually going to bid. Can I bid 2 things?
No, you only want to bid 1.
Okay.
You can bid 2 if you're activating an ability.
Do I know this guy before?
You would have seen him when you guys approached beforehand, but you went down the alleyway.
I say, hey, we got to go in.
So you do bid something? Or not?
I bid convinced.
I see.
And I say, we were invited here.
Have you ever tried to get into a bar?
Covered in blood.
Not covered in blood.
With a little girl.
Yeah, with a little girl. I'm gonna leave this up to your creativity because you have the bid. Why does this work?
I say, sir, her mother is in there. All right, and I know this isn't something you normally deal with, but I'm just going to tell you right now. Some people try to do something very bad to her. They're still out there. I fought them off. Look at my wound. We got to get her in here right now and figure out what's going on, because otherwise, some other people are out there. And let me tell you, if she disappears because she couldn't find a safe place here, there's going to be issues.
As you say this, you bid exactly what you need to do. Exactly what you need to bid. You say exactly what you need to say to this guy. To Chester. As you realize something. First of all, you get a narrative point. Second, you realize something. He knows that something happens in there, and he's not a part of it. This is a job. He's not a part of it. He doesn't like it. As what you say resounds for Chester. And he looks down at her, kind of furrows his brow, looks up at you.
This isn't about what goes on in there.
It's gonna get bad. It's no place for a child, but he looks up at you with sympathy.
Well, they're out there as well.
Oh, I know. As he from his vest and button-up shirt or button-down shirt pulls out this little necklace, this weird talisman that has a blue circle with a black dot and a yellow concentric circle in it. Oh, I know. He tucks it back in. It's going to get bad everywhere. With the bid that you just did.
What's that?
It's an evil eye, is what it's called.
An evil eye will... How are you giving it?
Mariah tugs at your hand. Tony!
All right, we got to go.
As Chester says, look. Things are going to get bad, and you need to protect this little girl. As he puts like a big bear claw hand on your shoulder. Like his hand, the width of his palm is larger than your shoulder. That's what you're in here for. That's your duty tonight. As he lets you in.
We go in?
The rest of you. Leah, you hear what you do. Nord, you're in the office. You guys are technically in the same scene. Only a door separates you. But what happens next? Action's on you.
Nord will definitely. I think I'm heading towards the green room, like in a last hope.
What was your sanity roll, by the way? I didn't forget.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Well, so far I've got 2 successes.
No, I didn't.
I have 2, but I could get more if I did a reroll eventually.
Threshold is 2.
No. I have 2.
You go to limbo?
I am at limbo.
That's it? All right, boom. Going to limbo, you stall for a second. And when you look up, you see 11:58. Leah, what about you? You hear a clunk, 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 ruckus.
Leah's actually pretty focused right now. She is
burning broom.
She's heading straight with the broom into the main dance hall area.
You go into the main room, and that's
so
where we're gonna pause for you.
I will say. What she does is she doesn't actually go in there physically herself.
Oh.
She'll open up the door, toss the broom in, and yell fire.
Nice.
And
what do you bid? Also, no one should ever do this in the real world.
It's actually illegal to do this if there's no fire.
Luckily,
illegal.
Luckily, this is the Red Writ.
Well, technically also, and there is also technically a fire. So
fair.
It's true. It's very legal to do this if there's a fire. Honestly, if there's a fire, I think she's doing the right thing. She did set the fire, which is illegal.
Yeah.
Well, we've already got arsonist as a trait, so it's fine.
No, so I'm actually going to bid the new trait, which I didn't label arsonist. I labeled it a firebug.
All right.
Yep.
As you launch this firebug into the room, do you close the door or do you leave it open?
Close it.
as you close the door. Have a fiery broom. Simon, you're rolling up the stairs. You come up behind Nord, who has stalled. You see a sanity roll in front of you. Threshold is 2. Nord, you feel Simon come up behind you.
Oh, nice. That's 3 with flair.
Simon, you come up, you see Nord looking around, his eyes dilated, looking around, just so much stimulus as he's staring at the clock. Actions on you two.
I'm gonna, as I run by him, grab his shoulder. We don't have time.
As you guys,
I'm going to the green room.
as you guys bust through the office door, Nord, you take a right towards the green room with the green door. You both see Leah standing with with an impish-looking grin on her face that she's unaware of, as the door to the main music area goes boom, 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 and you kind of smell smoke and see sort of cinders coming down. Actions on you guys.
Would I have seen a breaker box in the office?
A breaker box.
Yep.
Good question. Let's make it a fate roll. So we'll say Leah and can do this, fortune or false fortune. And who else hasn't played a whole lot?
I'm gonna be fortune.
We'll say Holker. Unmute thyself,
muted.
and you'll be false fortune.
I am false fortune.
All right, so here are the stakes. Fortune, indeed there is. False fortune, there is not. If it's the same, then there's just not one. It's in another building.
It's about corrected code in this building.
That's right.
Are we ready to roll?
Be having
Yeah,
a
do
field
it.
day.
Anti-code. This place needs to be burned up.
Spicy.
You guys roll? What'd you get?
I got a 59.
Just barely over 65.
Nice. As you look over and in fact see a breaker box.
I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna throw some of the switches. I'm not gonna throw all of them because I don't want it completely dark. Yes, I'm gonna bid. I'm gonna bid calm because I walk over. I head over to the breaker box, and as I open it up, normally it's labeled. Mm-hmm. So I'll look and be like, because I'm trying to shut off the power to the music.
Okay. As that's happening, Nord, you round the corner. You see Leah. What are you doing, Nord?
I'm making a break for the green door.
Yep.
Green room.
You see the green door. You haul ass there. Do you bid anything? You just walk through. What's going on?
I will bid smoke and mirrors to try to regain that LA music producer vibe that I had before.
Yep.
And I'm gonna race as fast as I can to the door, take a beat and a breath, and then open the door.
Open it up. Meanwhile, shunk. Tony, you're walking in. It is the entrance of this place. It looks like a medieval dungeon with sconces on the walls and these oil lamps. It's very atmospheric. You see out ahead a bar. There's all these people around the bar. They look like they're wearing robes. They're all turned. They're holding candles. No one is behind the bar, as it's very, very dark and loud. It's like walking into a club. There's this droning whoa, 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 sound. It's kind of jazzy with like jazz instruments. Vroom, 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 vroom. Very chanty. And you hear this applause, and then a voice starts that is then echoed in chant. What are you doing as Mariah shivers next to you?
I look around and see if there's any part of the building that looks like it's either familiar to me or would lead to somewhere that I've been.
No, you are in a hallway with a barreled ceiling, kind of like in. It almost looks like a monastery. As you walk in, do you go in and there's the bar to the left, and then the open air room to the right with the tables? There's a fireplace, or do you stay in the corridor?
I'll stay in the corridor and keep walking with Mariah.
Okay, you get to the end. Do you enter the room or not? Or do you look around, or is there something that you're affecting with the scene? You'll have to get really close to her ear to talk to her to actually hear, because it's so loud.
Say, we'll see what's in the next room. We might be able to hide out there.
What in the hell are they doing? She says, whispering it at your ear. Boom, 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 boom.
I think they like to read.
What? As you look in, Tony, you see all these tables and all these cloaked people. They're in red and orange.
I close the door.
There's no door. You're in a fucking hallway.
Oh.
To a bar. There's the bar. They're all there holding the candles. They're at the tables. They're doing the thing. And you know what? Do you bid anything to not be seen?
Yeah, I'll bid local.
As one person looks over, sees you, knows who you are, and kind of goes, oh, and then looks back. Just doesn't seem to notice what's going on. Assuming you should be there. Simon?
Yep. So throwing breakers, I'm gonna throw like I said, it's calm, so there should be one that says like music or soundstage or whatever. I'm gonna throw it, and I'll probably throw. I'm not gonna kill all the lights, but I want to kill some of the lights, so then that way it's. I don't want it to be completely dark.
Leah, you're standing there at the doorway. All this is happening. What do? You hear Simon walk over and start chunk, chunk.
Can I see, like, is there any window into the hall?
Oh, you're in the hallway. If you open the door, you'll see into
the main dance floor.
No.
Okay. Well, then I will go ahead and sort of, crack open the door a little bit into the room. I want to see if my tactic was effective at all.
World action. The broom is on the floor next to the wood pile next to the hearth, catching fire. Two or three of these robed figures are trying to put it out. You can't hear what they're saying because there's this music that just blasts you and like is beating. It's so loud. It's like you can feel it in your chest. You look over, you see Tony and your daughter across the room in the entrance as Mariah's going like this. Everyone in here is cloaked. You see, since you actually have the vantage point, kind of the corner of the stage, and this red liquid is pouring off of it. You can't see what's on the stage. Something is there. All these people have these candles. As a few of them turn and see you. There's the fire. Most of the people are not paying attention to it, but a few of them are attacking it. When the lights turn off and all there is the firelight and like some light behind the bar. As the lights, just like when you're flipping breakers, like some lights come on outside, come on inside, dum, 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 as Simon goes through them. Nord, you pop through the green room. Fate roll. Is Levi in the green room or on the stage? Who's fortune? Who's false fortune?
I was thinking about that, and just to say, like, I would love to spend a narrative point to say, like, what band actually starts on time? Like, you've been to a million shows. There's still, like, they're always 15 minutes late. I mean, that's a thing, isn't it?
All right. So we already said fortune, false fortune. We'll modify it then.
Maybe not 15 minutes, but you know, a few minutes late. It's always a few.
Levi is in here. She's in here. The question is, fortune or false fortune? You bid. Fortune or false fortune is this. Does she buy it or not? As in, is the situation, does she even have a manager? Does she buy it or not? You had bid to be this sort of a charlatan kind of guy. Yeah, that's it. Is she immediately hostile towards you, or is she accepting of you? That's the fortune, false fortune. She is in here. So who wants to be fortune? Who wants to be false fortune?
It'll be false fortune this time.
All right, who's fortune?
I'll do fortune.
Roll it.
Mm. 40.
25.
Okay.
As you walk in, Nord, you see the the mirrors with the lights, you know, the bulbs. There's several people in here, and there's a woman. She looks like the actress from High Fidelity, who is the singer. African American, late 20s, absolutely gorgeous. Dark hair coming down her back. She's in this colorful, but at the same time jazzy sort of top and jeans with like platform shoes. Maybe has like a big V-neck, kind of like disco style. And she happens to turn and she smiles at you. You notice she has very green eyes. Hi.
Oh, hello. It's good. I've heard so much about you.
Come in.
So looking forward to your show tonight.
How's it going out there?
It's going. I mean,
She's
everybody's ready. It seems like they're kind of dressed and ready, and you know they're prepping for this show. I have been hearing about you left and right from people around this city. Just flew in from LA. I work with the Fortean Inquirer, and we have a CD division, and I would love to make a demo with you. I think
have a CD. Is that going to be a thing?
I mean, a record.
Because I've been told that a lot, and I just don't know if. I want to do those CD
I guess a
things.
CD's not really a thing. Well, it's a compact disc, like a tape cassette kind of thing. It's just like a smaller.
You see her fixing her makeup.
Yeah, no, smaller format, but like we're developing some new. They call it digital. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but it's crazy. It's like computer.
Have a seat. Do you want a drink? As you see, she's got chartreuse. A green chartreuse bottle, and she has little shots around. The band already took a few.
Yeah.
Pours.
Hook me up, thanks.
And hands you a little of chartreuse.
But
smells like anise.
Sure, I've been told from the reviews that you've got that I can sign you on the spot. Like, so if you are ready.
Now listen, honey. I don't do any business before I play.
Oh, well, certainly.
But if you got the forms, I'll look them over.
Sure. Yeah, they're in the car, but I'll bring them in after. I mean, I want to hear you play. So that's definitely.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I mean, are you interested in?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to take this act national.
I would like to take this act. She puts up her hand. I'd like to take this act to the world. Her eyes kind of gleam green. In the office. Actions on you all. Anybody spend cunning?
It's counting me or
Everybody.
I'll
spend cunning then, yeah.
All right.
I'll also spend cunning.
As the antagonist, Tony, what about you?
No.
As the antagonists start doing something, you're not really sure what yet. What do you all do? Actions on you?
So have I not found to turn off the sound system?
You turn off the sound system. However, you still hear the acoustic instruments. It's not nearly as loud and droning though. Like it,
okay. That's what I was. Okay.
Yeah, everyone hears that.
Okay.
There's some murmuring in the crowd. Leah, you hear people kind of look and see them kind of looking around at all the lights going out and the fire.
Okay. So I will come out and I'll be like, Leah, have you could you not find the fire alarm?
Leah
there
has the door
one
open.
in this stupid place.
Laura.
Yeah,
Leah has the door open. Go on.
Leah will actually turn around and like close the door, when she hears Simon call out to her and say, no, there wasn't any freaking fire alarm in this hazardous place. So I had to improvise, I guess.
Well, it's still not stopping them. Maybe if we shoot a shot or two off into the ground, maybe that will cause them to stop.
Did Leah remember seeing anything like hanging above the stage?
Like what?
I don't know, like a
you would have
ball or something,
or lights, or
lights,
you'd have
or
stage
even
lights and that sort of.
Yeah, anything.
So there's stage lights. What else do you want up there?
I don't know. Let's say a disco ball, just for dramatic
Yeah,
effect.
it's a disco ball.
Okay, so Leah going to use her prodigious memory and expert marksman skills to open up the door again and take her pistol.
So you'll have to
and
move
try
in
and
to get an angle.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that. People will be distracted by the fire temporarily.
All right, as you move in, spin around, pull out your gun, throw down. Simon, you obviously see this. Tony,
so I'm gonna first bid.
You see Leah come in, spin around, and shoot at the stage. Nord, you hear bang.
I'm going to go to the door and go through as well, and kind of get her back in case people start to rush her.
So for the action, I'm bidding for the action, I'm bidding adaptable.
Yep.
And then I'm also bidding precise to activate master at arms to give me an automatic 2 successes.
Yep.
And then
I think you just muted.
Yeah, Piper must be doing something bad.
The Piper.
Yeah, Piper's getting into something that they shouldn't.
No, Mom was just asking where she was.
Oh.
Anyway, I got 1 success on the dice. What's the threshold?
Threshold is 2.
Okay, then I'm good.
So you're at 3. As you spin around, you notice Simon right behind you. Bam! You're shooting down the disco ball, yeah? As you see the disco ball fall, it's a big disco ball. This is just out of the 70s. And now you see what's on stage. The both of you. Tony. And Nord, I'm going to get to you, but Tony's got to go pretty soon. Tony, what are you doing? You have not spent cunning, but you start seeing this stuff.
I reach for my gun.
As you pull out your gun, Nord, you hear BAM! Another gun blast. Levi looking at you with the sparkly green eyes. She's enchantingly beautiful. I want to give this to the world, baby. I feel like my music could help everybody. There's so much pain and suffering. For so long, the wrong people have been in power. And it's time to hear a good message. Bang! She doesn't seem to notice at all. What do you do?
I am going to bid sleight of hand and give her a little dose of forget me not.
How are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna use a trick that I used from my last. Let me take a picture real quick. Oh my God, you are stunningly beautiful. And I pull up my camera, and I flash, and I just like give me a shot. This is gonna be this will be the
money. It's gonna be money.
Money, baby, money.
As you know, she's a performer, and normally I'd make you throw down, but it's the perfect bid. You do it. As how do you dose her with this stuff?
I dose her drink.
We shoot people and we drug people.
Yeah, I give her she has a drink, right? Like she poured me a drink, and and I dose her. I flash, and while I'm flashing, I kind of like use my other hand to put a little dose of forget me not into her drink.
There are jokes. I won't make them. We're already down to depths.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. You are beautiful. Cheers, my love.
All right. As she cheerses you, you notice. I just have to do it. You notice a half-eaten plate of green lime jello. That's all I'm gonna do about this. So, I'm hilarious.
I'm hilarious. I gifted. I redeemed hydrate on the Twitch.
Oh. So Tony, because I know you got to go in 3 minutes. What do you got? We got to go a little bit out of rounds so that you can do something. You have your gun out. What do you do?
I say, Mariah, stay close.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah. We're going to try and walk over to meet up with Leah.
Her name is Leah. My mom. She like hits your arm. Okay, what do you bid to get through this crowd? There is a lot of distraction. You can do this. What do you bid to take Mariah to Leah?
I bid wanderer. Mercenary.
How does it apply?
Huh?
How does it apply?
I have been hired in effect to keep Mariah safe.
As you quickly but casually bump shoulders with and pull Mariah behind you, keeping her close, until Leah and Simon, you see Tony appear bandaged with Mariah looking up like, just as Leah, you have shot. Both of you have seen what is on stage, which we will get to in a moment. I know we're kind of going on or out of sync here. but this is just for Tony. At this point, has anyone gotten a goal?
Yes.
Update it, Tony. What was the goal? Meet Levi.
That's fine. My name is Nord.
Yeah, I said meet
They're
Levi.
still-
Yeah, meet Levi.
No,
They're
you
still
said
playing, yeah.
you said Tony.
Then I called myself Tony.
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad.
No, you called me Tony, and I called
Oh, did
myself Simon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear
don't
any of
know.
that.
Yeah.
Point is,
Right.
we're at 24, right?
Yeah, we just hit 24.
All right. Everybody say bye, Tony.
Bye, Tony.
Bye.
Tony,
Bye.
Bye, Tony. I'll see you Thursday, sir.
see you next
Yep.
time.
Bye.
You see on stage a diorama of something that seems sacred and yet profane. There's a woman. She's not crucified per se in like the standard Abrahamic fashion or Roman fashion, but she's on like this stump, tied up, hands above her head, and she's been impaled, blood pouring out. She is probably dead. It's hard to tell. Tongue out, eyes bugged out. She's impaled with this weird harpoon, something from the wharf. Around, with all the blood and such, there's these carcasses of animals. And there are dogs eating the food, or eating the meat. The smell of copper and blood and a butcher shop, but it's warm in here. And all these people singing, sort of thrumming in their throats to it with the fire and the low light as this disco ball falls and explodes almost like in slow motion, scattering glitter and light in all directions. People turn. There's some musicians off in kind of the shadows playing, their heads wagging as they're just into it. They all look up. You hear brrr of the bows against the strings. And all eyes are on you all. The shot is rung out. Mariah looks up. Tony has a gun. Simon, you, and Leah are almost back to back, like a Charlie's Angels poster. The antagonists go.
Did we not?
You go
we
around.
did spin cunning. Yeah, we did. Never mind. Yeah, it is their turn. You're right. Good job, Arbiter.
There's a fire! Are the first words you hear. About a third of the people, scared by the words fire and in a confined space filled with people to the brim, react the way that people do. And there's a scuffle. You can see it and hear it and feel it in your human souls. Get them! Oh, it's them! You hear as people start to mob you. Here's how we're going to deal with this. As you all do what you do, there is a threshold to be hurt real bad. Whether it's by being stampeded or whether it's by being ripped from limb to limb. So, how do you two do what you do and avoid that? Go.
Well, Leah, we're still pretty close to the door, yeah.
Yeah, you're like 10 feet from it.
So Leah, seeing the quick turn of the crowd, will immediately yell to, or not yell, but like say to Simon and Tony, the door, get through the doors. We can make a choke point.
Yeah.
And she'll head that way.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Go on.
Tony, get Mariah through first. And then,
You hear Tony go, okay.
yeah. And so, as soon as he, like, I assume I'm going to stand shoulder to shoulder with Leah to form a blockade until Tony and Mariah get through, and then have.
What do you guys bid?
I'm going to bid brute.
We'll say one of you bid, one of you aid.
And I'll aid with steadfast.
All right.
Okay.
What aspect do you give him?
I'll give him my grace,
All right.
which
Die
is a
type.
D8.
You get a die 8, extra die, nor do you hear a commotion
Okay.
as the mob pushes forward. It's like at Thermopylae, as you guys are at the hot gates, pushed immediately back into the door, against the door, Leah, as you're attempting to brace against this mob, scratching and pulling. Your clothes are starting to get ripped off. Scratches on your body. They're throwing beer bottles. Maybe some shards of glass cut your face or sprinkle your against your eyelids. It is getting violent. It's going from 0 to medieval very, very quickly. Threshold for this. 5.
I am going to also pull out my slapjack.
We're gonna say
while this is
4.
going on.
It's 4
Okay.
because the broom, there is a fire. We're gonna drop
Yep.
the threshold. 4. You know what? Disco ball. Threshold 3.
Okay. One.
Tony
and I'm
will be
bidding my
out front.
slapjack.
In front with Mariah. Goes through the door first. Leah, you see that Mariah is safe for now on in the hallway. This music brought to you by the Red Writ.
You said I saw that there was a fire extinguisher, pretty close to the door, right?
No, it was in the kitchen.
It was in the kitchen, right? I remember now.
Okay, so I only have 2 successes. And that's, I did 2 proficiencies and I bid my slapjack twice. Plus with Leah,
Okay.
I only got 2 successes.
Can I aid with an ability?
No. The aid
Dang.
action only gives an aspect. You could aid with a different aspect that you give up.
So that'd be like a separate bid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will bid time served to aid with mind, which is also a D8.
All right. With a D8, you can. How do you actually aid him in this with mind? What are you doing that's mind involved? So tell it to Simon.
Oh, let me think.
Mm-hmm.
Lock your arms with me. We might be able to hold them off better.
As you lock arms, go ahead and roll.
Okay, so that puts me at 3 successes. So that is.
All right, Limbo. As you guys are pushed back against the door, locked arms, you're able to actually hold them off for a second, the first wave, as they sort of bounce off of you. But you're pushed into the door jam, both of you, as you both will take half the damage that was dealt, which is 5. You were
5 is
going to
the
get
half.
mobbed with 10. So
Okay.
you take 5. As If you've ever been stuck in a door jam with someone, it sucks. You're almost crushed as they push off of you. Actions on you guys, player turn.
Okay.
We're going to do you two, then we'll hit up Nord.
I'm going to reach for the door and make sure Leah gets through before I go through the door and try and close it.
Okay. Leah?
As Leah is going through the door after Simon pushed her through, before she goes all the way through the door, she'll actually get her vial of nightshade out and just like dump all of it into her hand and just sort of blow it into the crowd to just try and get like a diluted effect from hit.
What do you bid?
Poisoner.
Yep, sounds good. Roll a chaos die.
And
Okay.
I will bid evasive to do mine.
Yep, excellent.
The chaos die was a 2.
All right, you do not accidentally slap Simon in the face with a bunch of nightshade. As you launch it over him, Simon, you do the evasive, moving through. You see the purple dust, coughing. The fire erupts from maybe the nightshade, who knows? Yelling, angry voices, and then screams as the door shuts. You guys are in the hallway. Nord, Levi takes a drink, looks at you. Well, honey, sounds like, as you hear the din of humanity. Well, what's going on out there?
I don't think it really matters. We're here. We're having a good time. It's just you and me. And the other folks in the green room. We're talking. I know we're talking business, but I want to be your friend. I think it's important. Like, your music affects people. People love you for it. So, really, it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks or does. It's really what you do. And people love you. Let me take another photo.
What do you bid?
You're shining.
What do you bid? And what are you trying to get? What are you trying to accomplish?
I am trying to get her to like me. So I'm going to bid yellow journalism, aka Redcon, to keep the story, to keep her in the story. Like, fans, they always start a little bit late. It's okay. We're good tonight. You're gonna nail this. I know you. You always do. People love you.
We'll have you throw down against the calamity going on outside. We'll say it's a threshold 2 because you've buttered her up quite a bit, and she's only a little bit narcissistic.
I'm gonna use a fabrication reroll.
Leah, what are you doing? That is going all over social media.
I'm keeping myself entertained is what I'm doing.
That is going
I'm keeping
all over
my mind
social
awake.
media. We're about to end. This is the last thing.
It's always I'm in limbo, which is an exciting place to be. I'm just. Why don't we have another drink? I'm sure all that stuff will calm. And I pour her a drink.
With Limbo, you pour her a drink. She takes it, stands up, walks close to you. She seems a little drunk. Maybe she's been drinking the chartreuse a little bit. As she clinks, you see her eyes kind of dilated a little bit. You know the forget-me-lot is starting to work on her as she clinks glasses with you and takes the shot. She gets close to you, Nord. I like you. What'd you say your name is again?
That's a good question. My name is Mark Worthington.
Mark what?
Mark Worthington. I'm a flautist worldwide.
Worthington.
I can take your music around the world. Everybody needs to hear your story. They need.
She smiles, kind of sheepishly, turns around to pour another drink for you both. She, without looking, grabs for your glass. Do you hand it to her?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And as she pours, she sings. Hey, Nord. Mind throwdown.
No. No, thank you, please.
I like you.
That's
Bada-bada-ba-boo.
It's 4 successes with flair.
How are you doing? Hey, Leah, roll me a d12. Hey, Simon, roll me a d10.
A 3. So
Is
no
that successes or a number 3?
No successes.
That was number 3 for me as well.
All right. How many successes did you get, Nord?
4.
Threshold is 4. Bodef is 4. As you're at limbo, you feel the siren's song.
Can I bid my flaw?
We've already... The bidding the flaw wouldn't do anything. You'd have to do an extra die or proficiencies or an ability.
Well, I can't get any more than what I got proficiency-wise.
Yeah, so you're fucked. Unless you've got extra dice or you do something truly zany and get a chaos die.
You could.
I am going to bid.
Simon, you can help him.
I'm gonna bid sneak. Can I bid sneak?
You don't need to bid.
Oh, I don't need to bid.
You need to.
Can I take whatever drugs I have left and just shove it in her mouth?
I don't know how much drugs you have because you've already used the bump. There's been 2 or 3 times now you've been like, I use the rest of this. I don't know if you have any more.
Why don't you bid your camera for an extra die?
I could bid my camera for an extra die. Why don't I bid my camera? Just do a flash. I'll just flash into her face.
She's turned away from you.
I'll stick my camera right in front of her face, and I'll just let the flash
go. All right, do it.
It's an old selfie.
Hey, what's up?
We'll do a selfie.
Do it.
I'm gonna do a selfie with.
Hey, you get up close and bam.
That is something I'm going to use a fabrication to re-roll that nonsense, and then I'm definitely going to use some learning because I apparently am so fucked up that I hit near the flash button, but I can't.
You have to like wind the film.
So I gotta wind the thing. I gotta charge it for a second, and then I finally got another success. So it's 5 successes.
As she starts singing, eyes like mine, such and such. Oh, God damn it! As she yells and grasps her eyes and runs over to the corner, yelling. She like kicks a trash can, spills some drinks and such.
I'm gonna grab her arm and try to keep hold her.
Hey, get off me! As she can't see you, she's like blinking. She tries to throw your hand off you. Get off me! She says.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is
as you throw down the full Cosby. So in the hallway. I know I can't help myself. I mean, come on. In the hallway, Leah, Simon. Do you turn the other way, or do you help? What do you guys do?
Help.
Is there a way to lock, like to barricade the door?
Yes, there's a lock, a little door lock beyond that, to barricade, there's some stuff in the storeroom.
It's one of those
office.
flapper doors, right?
Huh?
It's one of those flapper doors.
Yep. It has a door
Okay.
knob on it, but it could go both ways.
Oh well, first off, I'm gonna lock the door and be like, "This will only
Little
buy
button
us.
lock. You do it.
This will only buy us a few seconds here. That alleyway is back that way, through the kitchen."
Leah will kick off her shoes and actually shove them underneath the door jamb to basically, because most people, particularly the crowd
Clever.
coming in the way they're going to come, their initial reaction is
Do
going
you
to be
bid
push on the
anything
door.
to do this?
I will bid. Let's bid steadfast for this one. Yeah.
As it turns out, you were wearing non-slip shoes. As you put on there, and Mariah goes, "That's a good idea." Tony goes, "Yeah, that's right. Let's go."
I'm going to yell, "Nord, we've got to get out of here!"
As you're starting to run forward down the hallway, you hear a woman, "Get off me! Get off me! Who are you anyway? Get off me!" From the room where the green door is. Help! You
Where
hear Nord's
is-
voice. No, calm down, calm down. Nord, what are you saying? What did they hear you saying?
I might not be saying anything at this point. I might be attacking her.
Just grunting.
I'm gonna be treating her like
Trigger warning.
white girl wasted, and be like,
Yeah.
I think you might have had too much to drink, and then if she turns away from me, I might knock her out.
There are band members in here with you.
No, there aren't.
Oh, I thought there
No.
were. I thought.
I think
Right.
I may have described it, but then I forgot about it, so they're not there.
Oh,
I
okay.
might just knock her out. I might knock her out, and because I want her to come with me. I want to take her away from
I
this
bet
place.
you do.
That
All right.
sounds so bad, Bart. That really sounds so bad right now.
The fucking full Cosby, baby.
I'm
All
going
right.
full Cosby.
So, Nord's been going full Cosby in here for a while. He'll let me flash this and fucking toast your drink. You're the best, girl. I'm gonna make you a star.
Yeah.
So,
No, actually,
Leah-
yeah.
Leah and Simon, I need to know what you're doing. You hear the full Cosby going on behind the green door.
Is the green door in between us and the exit, or is it the opposite way?
Yeah. So the green door is straight ahead.
Okay.
To the right is the storeroom. To the left before, so the green door is at the end of the hallway. To
Okay.
the left before that is the kitchen, which leads out. To the right is the storeroom where it looks like there might be bodies.
Okay. I thought it was the opposite, so that's my
No.
bad. As we run by, because we won't be running by it. As we're running towards the exit, I guess I will run over to the green door, throw it open real quick, and just be like, "Nord, we gotta
You
go."
see
And then
Nord manhandling this jazz singer. Help! She says, her eyes kind of going wild.
Nord, we've got to get out of here. I think we've stopped it outside, but they're coming after us.
Sure.
Action's on you guys. What do you do?
We need to take her with us. I mean, whatever can happen, like whatever will happen with her. We should take her with us.
Well, then that's your.
Help me.
He turns.
Please help me.
Leah,
I gotta
you
Cosby
see
this. I gotta
all of this.
Cosby
Mariah's like,
Cosby.
Mariah goes, "Mommy, what is he doing to that woman?"
Leah
Tony-
Leah will look her up and down and look Nord straight in the face and say, "Nord, you're thinking with your dick. Stop."
I am not thinking with my dick. This is an attack on Lady Callie. If she sings, it's the end. If she can't sing,
Tony points his gun at her. I can deal with
No.
this.
don't hurt her. She's been drugged. She's knocked out. She's not gonna remember this.
She screams, "Ah!"
She's not gonna remember this. She's fine. We're fine. She thinks I'm
Leah will actually walk straight up to her and grab her face and like point her head at her.
You do.
Do you know anything about Lady Callie?
She's like, yes. What do you want to do?
What's she planning to do after the end of this show?
Are we shooting her?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Mariah slaps Tony. The door to
Let's get out of
the
here.
outside burst.
We'll interview her later. Let's get out of here.
Shoes go everywhere.
No, we're out. Let's Audi 5K.
All right,
started
we
pulling her
all
to the
bid.
door. I tried. It's time for a good old kidnapping.
All right, action's on you all.
I'm gonna
bid
how do you get out of here?
Still vanish, which is a trait that I have. I'm gonna use the surprise and vanish part, not the kill. But to like kind of like pull her back and start dragging her towards.
All right, you drag her by the arms. She's
I bid,
kicking.
I bid strong, so I'm going to, in the hallway, be here past the kitchen door, so that way they can get out behind me before I go. And in case whatever comes through, I can try and hold them off.
I bid Cloak and Dagger to very, expertly, take her out of the room and, and keep her under control.
So Nord's got her arms. Do you got her feet?
No, I don't have her feet. I just kind of have her, got her arms. I'm basically dragging her by the front of her shirt, essentially.
All right, so Nord, you got her arms, dragging her. Leah's dragging her clothes are ripping, and she's like, ah! Screaming as you guys are dragging this woman out. And Simon, they move past her. She's like, help! As you see her dragged out through the kitchen and into the alleyway. Mariah comes in behind. She's like, what are we doing? And she runs by. Tony, who looks around awkwardly and moves through. Simon, you see the people are trying to pile out, but there's so many of them, they're getting in the way of each other. And you can see a stampede. Several people are like trying to get out. It's a horror scene. There's smoke billowing out, screaming, people running out the front, probably windows breaking. All hell's breaking loose as everyone's out but you. Do you leave?
Yeah, once my party get behind me through the kitchen, I will then go through the kitchen as well.
We go into a montage. How do you guys, because they're not after you, there's a stampede going out in front. The building is slowly getting on fire through Panic at the Disco. Yeah. How do you guys get to where you're going? Also, you have a screaming woman with you. Montage, what do you do?
If you're gonna take a gagger,
Yeah, I'll gag her. I'll gag her and I'll.
You don't need a bid because we're in the montage.
Oh
you
yeah.
Gag her.
Okay, I don't need to bid. All right.
You guys are manhandling, so you gagged. She's drugged.
Yeah.
She's woo. How do you guys get out of here?
Is to the back door. I presume
Through the back door.
Or
Through the back door.
Is there a
You're in
back
the
door? Like
You're in the alleyway. You are in the alleyway.
Okay.
Boy, you're in the alleyway. It's all done.
Okay, actually-
Let's get out of here.
No. Was there a delivery truck for the bar?
There was one back
Leah will actually, go to the front and check, go to the driver's door and check and see if the keys happen to be in the ignition.
They are. We're in the montage. Absolutely, you can lift this thing.
Let's throw it
Guys,
in the
let's
back.
take this. They already know our cars. We need a less conspicuous vehicle.
I'm all in. If we're gonna kidnap, let's kidnap.
She is struggling hard.
Even though she doesn't realize that even though she's been drugged, I guess it's not.
Yeah, in fact, she's struggling even worse because she doesn't know where she is.
Yeah. Okay.
you two.
No bidding. This is all montage.
I'm gonna say, we're rescuing you. That there's a mob in the room. Like I don't know why there was
She
a
is
mob.
screaming at the top of her lungs. Ah! You're accomplishing the goal. Let's just want to know how do you do it.
We're saving you from
She doesn't believe you.
all the people.
Okay, so where we end, you are in the back of a meat truck with Levi, who's gagged, kicking and screaming. You're kind of like on top of her. Leah is too. Simon, you're
me and
Somebody
Mariah,
needs to drive
me
us
and
out of
Mariah will get into the front.
Yep.
That way it'll keep Mariah
as
away
you start
from
that bitch
and
up,
I'll
and you start.
driving it. Yep. I'll
you
back
guys-
it out and
As you guys pull out the alleyway, you hear gong 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 as Mariah, you and Nord are sitting on Levi. She's struggling, gagged. Ah! You hear muffled. As you pull out, which way do you go?
I'm gonna head back to where just right now toward where our van's parked.
That's across the street.
Oh.
It's across the street, about a block away.
Yeah.
You see a mob of people running out into the streets. Some of them are on fire, rolling around on the ground. There's a mass of different vehicles that are picking people up and driving off. Boom, 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 boom. All the same direction towards Bell Island.
Then I'm gonna head towards Bell Island as well.
As the meat truck, ging, 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 ging. Ah! Ah! Last scene, Mariah turns to you. She closes the little shunk. Turns to you, Simon. Are we the bad guys? And that's where we're gonna end. Well done. You guys, any further goals?
I did get one that said, the stop the music minor goal.
Did you say that before?
Technically, when you asked us before, I hadn't technically stopped the music, so no.
Okay. I got leave the club.
Okay.
It was what I wrote down when, but I think that.
No, it's great. It's great because you didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So you accomplished that. Okay. You guys are at 26 party goals. If you got a goal, if it's a minor goal, remember that's 1 XP. You return 1 cunning, 1 breath, and you get a pip.
No.
We just hit party goal, which means everyone advances.
Did
So
we
just go on.
did we technically stop the ritual?
You stopped that ritual, yes.
Okay, so then that means I got my major goal.
Did I
All right.
defeat Lady Callie by stopping the ritual? Okay.
No, you did not.
Was not. That was not a thing that affected.
However,
it wasn't. No, it's defeat. Like I was like if this was a plan that she had made, and it stopped her plan, I guess defeat Lady Callie's plan. Like make a win against her because I know that we cannot beat her necessarily, but and I said this.
No, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. In that regard, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
It was little mate. Yeah. It was baby steps. Is basically what
you got that. You got that.
Right.
So if you got a major goal, who got a major goal?
I did.
Okay, what that means is you return all of your cunning and breath, unless it's burnt, then it's gone. You get a pip, you get 2 XP, and everyone gets a pip, which means since you both got major goals, everyone gets 2 pips.
Ooh.
Damn. So what do you get for a major goal again?
All right.
One more time.
So, what has happened is this. You got your minor goals. Deal with that first.
Mm-hmm. What is a minor goal?
A minor goal gives you 1 XP 1 pip. You return 1 cunning, 1 breath, which does not matter for you because you got a major goal.
Sure.
A major goal, the exact same thing, except all cunning, all breath returned. You get 2 XP, and everyone gets a pip. So the idea is that because both of you got major goals, everyone gets 2 pips. And if you did a minor goal on top of that, you got another pip. And because you hit the party advancement, everyone advances as well. So
And
that's
puts us
why
at-
it all moves forward. You should be at 28 right now.
Okay. Yep, that's exactly what I got. So
Yeah, good.
double check and make sure.
Double check. All right, and you kidnapped a jazz singer.
Oh my god. Epic.
Epic. All right.
Epic.
Thank you guys for rolling
That's the
out.
word.
It's 11 o'clock, 11:05. Sorry I was late. I'm going to blame God.
Traffic? LA traffic?
Yep. So we're not doing...
How did you even make it with LA traffic? Like, seriously?
I started early. And I got lucky. I actually got lucky that it wasn't later. So we're not doing after hours tonight. We're doing it on Thursdays now. For anyone who wants to know,
YouTube,
Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard on YouTube and technically Facebook. Our channel DreadLore. We'll be doing geeky gamer podcast stuff. If you want to be on there, awesome. If you know someone who's interested in talking about geeky gamer stuff, even if you're just mildly interested, let us know. We would love to hear from ya. All right, everybody say thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody say
Bye.
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 Next time.
Thanks, Couchfire.
We've been playing a game called the Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
Which is in the world of DreadLore. Thanks,
DreadLore.
Bill, Andrea, Daniel, Drizzle, and Ken. Scored by all lowercase letters and Misterinterrupt. Thank you to our Patreon members, Tim Roberts, Daniel Holker, and Nostalgic. Another thank you to Couchfire Media for art and media. And none of this could be possible without the support from and the creativity and the amazing magic and the brilliant mind and all of the above from Trois Productions. Please join us for all our future podcasts. And good night, everybody.
Thanks, Trois.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Indeed. Bye, guys.
Bye.